So, some of the top feelings that a woman will feel is wondering what you've been up to and what are you actually going to do next. And when she feels these, I'm explaining in the sense of she's wondering, she's putting energy and effort, emotions towards it. This looks like her lurking. For some guys, they don't have social media. This looks like her reading old messages. This looks like even passing by your, let's say, home, passing by places you guys went together. This even looks like defending you when she's talking to her friend, even though she was once upon a time so convinced or sure that she made the right decision when it equaled to you guys not working out. Now, I'm going to break down more of what she's feeling in the sense of what's going through her mind. Y'all typically know that emotions can look like crying as well. So don't think that's not happening. And as I typically say, sleepless nights, not eating, not having energy to do things, like that's very normal when you're emotional. And I don't want depression on anybody, but we go through things in life where things can make us feel away. And this happens a lot with relationships. And y'all might not be realizing this while you're dealing with her. So you might not think that she's honestly going through a little bit of that. You might not think that she's grieving, which could be actually happening on and off, drained from crying so much. Now, y'all see, I've been posting throughout this video that I have a 70% off sale going on right now. You literally can get, yes, and y'all see Patreon right now, but you'll see this again where I am telling you what you're getting for this Cyber Monday sale. And this is all good stuff. This is where you can finally save and pay only $5 for a 15-minute consultation. And there's other options too. It's not just 15-minute consultations, but the best part is that it is $5. Unbeatable deal. And y'all, it is only for Cyber Monday, so that means 24 hours. There's way less left now, but I posted around like about 3 p.m. so it will be done Tuesday 3 p.m. So make sure you do get it before the end of the sale. And again, this is your chance to save big. And don't forget about the other 70% off store wide. So don't forget about the other items and products that have deals going on. There's amazing, unbeatable deals, and it's just for the sales, just for now. So if you do miss out, I'm sorry about that, but shout out to everybody that has gotten things already. Shout out to everybody that's going to. And of course, I just want to let you know, I'm here to support y'all. So if it's not even just you getting something or you don't want to yet, don't forget Patreon does have community on there where you can join for free, and you can join the community on there, get an exclusive video each month. And I'm going to be doing different things. I don't know what yet, but you can check that out. Now, with that being said, let's get back to the video. So remember, when you are dealing with women, you really want to know that you're not getting played too. I'll explain more of the emotion she's feeling in a second, but I want y'all to get that you don't want to get played. And tell me if you want to get getting played video or something like that. Maybe I'll do that next actually. But just your questions, concerns, leave it down below. And I'll ask the question now. Have you gotten played before? And did you know it or not? Or did you find out in a bad way? Let your story be known. So back to what I was saying though, you don't want to get played in the sense of she could have these emotions and be emotionally worked up in her feelings and cry, all that sorts of stuff. However, guess what? It doesn't hold that much weight. And I say this because if, let's say, that's not gonna necessarily get y'all to be back together, think about it. What's really the purpose of it, right? So I say that to say, it could be very deceitful, or if I'm gonna cut her some if I'm gonna cut her some slack, I wanted to say give her some grace, but if I'm gonna cut her some slack, and we can say if you're giving her some grace, if that's what you're trying to do, hopefully it's not too much, or it's not, now it's her taking advantage of you or taking you for granted. But if that's the case, that's also really saying that those emotions are sometimes authentic, not all the time. When I say you don't want to get played or used, or she's doing these different things to you, it's because she could have you convinced that you are gonna get this forever, where she is gonna be emotionally about you, emotionally in tuned. She's gonna be all willing to try to make this relationship work out, and then in all reality, realistically, it could be the opposite, which again, you never want that to be the case, because not only can that be hurtful and it could be wrong towards you and it's not fair, but now you're just getting drained with a woman that might have you guys be like all both emotionally invested. One week y'all could be, like on the phone or meeting up, and it's just the same thing, and it's just so draining, and it's just like, dang, like we keep fighting, or we're over here crying, or we're over here being vulnerable and weak, and that just takes away so much from your success. And it's not even necessarily being a man at this point. Yeah, I know you guys are known to be in your masculinity, or should be, and I know that there's a lot of pressure on you fellas. So I want to say it's not even just about that, because in general, nobody would want to be emotionally drained and put back from their potential. So I feel like a lot of times women tend to like let it be going on so much. And this is back to like confusion and delusion of like, I don't even want to say torn, but like the back and forth, the unsureness, the immaturity, back to delusion, and just being out in this world and being deceived by her own repetitive cycles, right? Or her subconscious ways that she doesn't want to change and heal for real. And it takes a lot of work, right? You have to remember, if a woman's also emotionally invested or tied to, she could be over here like checking up to see what you're doing, or if you guys have each other's location on, seeing what you're up to, or even reading old messages, all sorts of stuff. And I'll give you one more example in a second, but when she's doing all of this, you don't want it to be that she's doing all of this again just to end up being emotionally tied and caught up, and it's not for no end result of getting back together. With that being said, I want y'all to really understand that whether she is feeling a lot of emotions or no emotions at times, or a little amount, it doesn't equal to you getting back with her. It doesn't. Have y'all ever been in a situation where she showed you a side where it lured you back in and made you feel like, oh wow, she's changed? Oh man, like should I give her another chance? And again, this is why I have consultations available to figure out what you should do. But not only that, I'm here to hear you out. I'm here to even know what is it specifically is your goal, not just with her, but where do you want to be at? When we're talking about weeks down the line, months down the line, and years down the line, is your head focus revolved around her? Are you actually really living to your potential and going the right direction? Because you can choose to change it. And that's why I'm here to help you. If you're so serious, I'm literally here to help you with that. And so I want it to be that now you're determined at the end of the day, because it's emotions at the end of the day. When you get uncomfortable, emotions can drive that. So I say that to say a woman can even be emotional, but once she gets you again, she's used to it again. And when she gets used to you again, those emotions can go away. So be careful of all of that and just don't fall for it. I will bring more videos like this. I'll leave this at this. Like I said, do not miss out on that $5 sale going on right now. Unbelievable, but I decided to do it. Check out the links down below, and I love y'all. Take care of yourself, and I'll talk to y'all very soon. Bye, y'all.